All right. Woo. How's it going? It's been a minute since I made a video. It's been a few months actually, especially like a nice like vlogging video, sitting down. It's been a minute. I'm a little nervous doing this, but I'm here, so we're gonna try to get started with this. So for those of you who do not know what's been happening in my life, things have been moving. I've been doing a lot more films. I've been traveling a lot more. I just recently came back from New York Fashion Week with Nikisha Camacho, aka Shmoney Curls, and I've had a lot to reflect on my life. I'm gonna be 29 very soon, so this year and half of next year will be my last 20s era, entering my 30s. So I thought with this video, because Valentine's Day is literally coming around the corner, we talk about love. And not just love in general, but different stages of love. So obviously there's like friendship love, there's intimacy love with a partner, and there's self-love. So I kind of want to talk about different stages of what love is. And before I get into this, obviously, just know that these type of information, facts that I'm talking about, they're kind of coming from my perspective, from my feelings. So if you have a perspective or a different, I guess, definition of what you see love is, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'm an open book type of guy. I love to hear what other people think about what love is. And it kind of helps all of us understand each other a bit better, because we're all human. Nobody's perfect. I'm not a perfect guy. So yeah, so we're going to dive right into it. So the first thing about love that I want to talk about is friendships. Now, obviously, friendships can be very broad, it's kind of like your best friends, or your close friends. Who are the type of people that you're willing to feel vulnerable to? Who are you wanting to give that love to? That you're willing to kind of be comfortable around. Some of us have people who are, work buddies that are very close friends with. Some of us may have church friends, or some of us may have, friends since high school or middle school. I've never had a long best friend like that, especially a guy's best friend, just because in my life, it's been kind of hard to keep certain type of friends that fit into what you do. Like for me, I do a lot of videography, photography, into filmmaking, so I have issues sometimes of trying to find that best friend that would be comfortable enough to do what I enjoy doing, especially because like I'm growing up. I'm wanting to mature more, and I want to do a lot more fun things, a lot more things that are very serious in life. And I know for guys, obviously, a lot of guys want to do a lot of like video games, or we goof off. Everybody likes to drink now and then, and I'm not a drinker. I'm really not a drinker. I don't like to party. I don't go out to clubs, stuff like that. So I keep my friendships very minimum of who I like to hang out with. But, I feel like friendship, it's very sacred when it comes to the right people that you feel comfortable around. There's some friends that you are comfortable enough to open up to, express your feelings, express your emotions to them. And then you have those more distant friends that you'll show them love from afar, but they're not like your best friend. They're not right there with you all the time. They're like, I respect you, but we're not on that level. So it really just depends on, I guess, the type of relationship you have with some of your coworkers or some of your friends. Like for me, majority of my friends that I've ever made is usually around work. My job, I have a few close friends that I keep in my circle. I'm not very close with a lot of people there, but I'm very picky with who fits the vibe, if that makes sense. So you got to make sure your friendship is very, I don't want to say broad, because it's not, you don't really want to be friends with a lot of people. Not everyone's going to be your friend, but the right type of friends that are willing to support you, that are willing to believe in you, those are the type of friends you need in your life. And not to mention, you need friends that will boost your confidence, that will support you, that will believe in you, that, you can do better in life, that you want to do better in life, and they'll be there to support you no matter what. So, yeah, I guess that would be my definition of love for friendship. Is just people who can just be there for you through everything and not judge you for who you are. They don't judge you for what you want to do, and hoping that, even as your friend, they get motivated to want to do big things themselves. Whether if it's the same industry that you want to do or the same career choice, or if they want to do something different, because that's, at the end of the day, that's what it all is we're here to support each other. We're here to help each other out. We're here to grow together as one and just be a bigger community. Okay, so the next love topic that I want to talk about is obviously intimacy, or I guess sensual type of love, which is, having a partner, like a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife. For me, this type of love is very sacred. It's the type of love that you can't really find very often, which, I mean, it explains a lot for me. Is like, I'm not the type of guy who likes to go out on dates a lot. I don't date a lot of women out here. I'm very, I would hate to say the word picky, but I'm very cautious with who I want to spend my time with, because, the older you get, the more mature you become, the more you realize you don't want to waste your time on fun and games. You don't want to just have fun messing around with somebody, hoping that, one person's going to believe that the relationship will blossom into a marriage while the other one just wants to have fun. For me, I'm a big believer on, like, I want to date to marry. And I hope that the person that I do marry is someone that, can be very ambitious. They have lots of goals, that they're kind of like your best friend, like someone that you can truly be vulnerable to, someone that you can really talk to and be yourself without them judging you. And I know for guys, it can be very difficult because we're guys. Like, we don't like to be looked at as soft, and if we're too vulnerable to someone, they can take advantage of us. And for me, I don't like people taking advantage of me. I don't like people taking advantage of my kindness, of my heart. And I'm not saying anything obviously towards anybody. I've had great relationships throughout my years, throughout my life, and I'm grateful for every one of them. It's just times tend to get harder. Dating becomes harder because everybody, I feel like, in my perspective, I feel like a lot of people they're expecting a lot from you when you're still learning to grow as a human yourself. And it's hard because, you want to live up to that expectation of, like, if your partner truly believes you can do something big, you want to be that person that they see you as. Because for me, like, I truly do believe that I can be a better person than who I am now. You just have to figure out how you're going to get there. And yeah, you're going to have your struggles. You're going to have the hard times. You're going to have arguments, which, it's common. Every relationship's not perfect, but, as long as there's communication involved, that's what truly matters. And, I won't lie, I used to not be the greatest at communicating. I've had some moments where I would not communicate as much, and I had some moments where I would communicate too much. So, it's understanding, I guess, the boundaries and what you're wanting to slowly start off with your partner, because obviously you don't want to just give them everything about you. You know, the whole idea of building a relationship is like slowly keeping that mystery alive. You know, you want your partner to learn new things about you. You want to be very cautious, I guess. I'm going to be turning 30 and I'm single now, living in 2025. Like it opened my perspective a little bit. You know, I always wonder if the older you get, is it harder to date now these days? Because yeah, I try not to go out. I don't like going out. I don't go to speed dates. I don't do all these dating apps anymore. Like, I've truly just been working. You know, I've been working, trying to make that money, get that bag, and you know, I always pray to God and hoping that one day, after I do all this hard work, if He'll bless me one day with finding a wife. And until that time comes, you know, I'm totally fine with it. It's cool. I'm in no rush. I'm just trying to be patient. That's all. I want to focus on myself, and you know, one day when the right woman comes, then I'll be very happy. I'll be very grateful to her, and I will do everything that I can to be that man that she needs. That is my definition of love for intimacy, relationships. All right, so last but not least, and this is probably my favorite one to get into, which is the love yourself. Now, loving yourself, this is something that I'm currently learning to get better at. I know this is something that a lot of people in the world have been pushing each other onto doing. This is something that we all honestly need to learn to do, is to learn to love yourself. Mainly because, you know, how do you expect to find a partner to love you if you can't love who you are, you know? And for me, is like, I've had moments where I do love myself, but I loved the person that I am currently. And sometimes I give myself tough love, telling myself that I'm not the best at where I should be, that I can be better, I can do better. And, you know, sometimes some people can see that very harsh. People can say that as it's, you know, I'm mean to myself, which, you know, I guess if that's how they perceive it, you know, some people can see it differently. I see it as like, this is tough love to myself. I still love who I am. You know, I'm not the best looking guy. I don't have the best body. I'm not fit that I want to be. But, you know, I want to work on it. I want to improve my life. I want to improve my health. I want to be more confident in who I am, not only as a man, not only as the son of God, but also as, you know, a filmmaker, you know, also as a photographer. I want to be the best person who I see myself, because, you know, making these types of videos, I want my future kids one day to understand who I am and how I can be a better guy, how I can be a better man, and one day encourage them or the next generation to continue to love themselves, to continue to grow and just flourish in their journey. You're going to have moments on just not knowing how to love yourself. And that's a hard journey to have, you know. For me, it's like I never really knew how I could truly love myself until now. I've found my love through God. I found my religion, my faith with Him, and slowly I'm building this relationship with God. You know, I've been reading my Bible a lot more. I have started to pray to Him. I've been getting more interactive with my church, which is amazing because, you know, I get to serve God as the man I am, the man that He created me as. I'm, you know, with all these gifts and talents that I have, I use it to help spread His word to other people, which is a blessing. It's an amazing feeling. And so it's, I don't know how to, it's just crazy. I think life is just crazy, you know. I don't expect myself to ever reach that peak of being the best person. Obviously, I do want to be more financially stable. I want to have a better mindset. I want to have a better physique for myself. But I know even towards the end of the goal, I'm never going to be the perfect person that I've always wanted to be. But I know I'm perfect to God in His eyes. And as long as I continue to praise to Him, as long as I continue just being the best kinded guy that I am, that's all that matters. So, I do my best to, remember that each time. Be the best you. No, nothing in this world can ever change that. You want to try so hard to impress other people. You want to impress the friends that you have. You want to impress the girlfriend or the boyfriend that you have. But at the end of the day, they're only liking you through their perspective. But why not your perspective? Why not enjoying the guy or the girl that you see when you look in a mirror? Just remember that, like, you are perfect the way you are. And of course, there's always a room for improvements. But that only comes in time, and that only comes when you're ready. So just remember to always love yourself, no matter what. I'm not gonna lie, it's usually this time of the year. I mean, I know Valentine's Day is not always something too crazy to think about, because it's just one, not even a holiday, but like a special day to celebrate love. And sometimes you'll have those moments where when you're in a relationship, it's the best feeling ever. You get to do all these cute romantic things. You buy all these flowers. You get to do some cool photo shoots. You take them on a date, this and that. And then there's the other side of being alone, eating pizza, and watching cheesy rom-com films. And there's nothing wrong with that. I enjoy both sides of it. I have my moments where I enjoy being by myself, and I have moments where I enjoy being with somebody, because we're all human. We all crave some sort of attention one way or another, whether if it's attention from another person or it's wanting to give ourselves the attention. Just remember, life isn't hard. Love isn't the end game, but love is a big achievement to receive towards your end game. And if my future wife ever decides to watch this video, and I hope you know that I've worked hard. I've did my best to be the best person that I am for you. And I hope that one day when we meet, that you will love me for who I am, that you will continue to support me as the man I am, as I grow and as you grow. I hope one day we have kids. I don't know how many, but I would love to have lots of kids and just build a family. Sorry. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm going a little too personal with this. I try not to do that, but I think that's about it. This video is kind of short. I just want to talk a little bit because it's Valentine's Day, and yeah, just remember to show love. I don't remember the scripture right off the top of my head, but there's a scripture. I'll probably share it somewhere around here. It's love thy neighbor. So always, no matter who's around you, no matter whether if you hate the person or not, you always want to show love to that person. You don't have to be their best friend. You don't have to buy them chocolates and flowers, this and that, but show them a little bit of respect. At least give them the respect that you want to receive yourself. Because if you're going to go out disrespecting others, people disrespect you, you're not going to want that. So that's just my piece of advice, if it kind of helps you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy this little talking video. I do want to do more stuff like this instead of constantly vlogging, traveling around, and you know, I know the short films that I've been putting on here. I just enjoy sitting here and talking to you guys. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. Let me know what you think. If it's boring, then oh well. I'm gonna still do it. But if you guys like this video, feel free to like it. I would love to hear some positive comments on here. And yeah, just let me know what you think your definition of love is. I'm curious to read everybody's comments about it. And in the future, I'll do some more stuff. If you guys have some topics that you want me to talk about, I would love to just talk. So I appreciate you guys. Happy Valentine's Day to all of you. 2025. This is a new year for all of us. And stay tuned because I'm going to do my best to get back into doing more videos like this, talking about my life a bit more, giving you guys some updates of what's been happening. A lot of stuff, a lot of fun stuff has been happening. So I'll do my best to vlog my entire life and just document different things that's been happening. So if you guys want to see stuff like that, let me know. Follow me on Instagram to keep up with all of my crazy content that I post. I post videos on there. I don't have TikTok anymore because I accidentally deleted my TikTok too early before they brought it back. So it's cool. But yeah, I hope you guys subscribe and follow my journey. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.